Dave, another really hard-working morning for the lads. How have you found it so far, this training camp?
Well, I found it's perfect for me. It's a little bit of sunshine, some time away. So yeah, it's been really nice. It's like you say, it's been really, really tough for the lads. 35 to 36 degrees temperature pretty much all day. So they're having to deal with things that we don't normally face when we're back in Doncaster. But all in all, they've acquitted themselves really, really well so far. So I'm really pleased.
What can that added temperature do, you know, from your perspective and in getting the work into the lads that you want to do?
It makes it really tricky because a lot of the lads are fairly fair-skinned, so they're not used to it, as I said. The big risks for us are dehydration, and that has a massive knock-on effect to our performance and our recovery. So it's educating them with regards to recovery strategies and just making sure that we increase some of the rest intervals between some of the sets of training that we do to allow lads an adequate amount of time really to rehydrate.
Taking it all into account, the lads had a strict plan before they even came back for pre-season. They've been back in roughly a week now, and now out here doing this. How pleased are you with the progress and the condition that they're in at this stage?
Oh, I'm extremely pleased. We set about this kind of 18 months ago really, and started to change the way we were working in terms of the fitness of the players. They really bought into it last summer in the closed season and came back in good shape, and this year we've tweaked the programme again, made it a little bit tougher and added some extra leg work for them, and they've come back in fantastic shape. So it's making our job a lot easier at the moment. You know, everybody's training, they're doing really well, so we're really, really pleased with them.
Seems a bit of a cliche, but genuinely this is where it all starts and the benefits are felt right up until the end of the season.
Yeah, there's loads of sayings. I mentioned to the lads the other day about hard yards. They're done when no one's really watching, so that when you actually get that opportunity to perform in front of people, the hard yards look actually really quite straightforward. And they've really taken that, the lads, and they're working really well as individuals, but more importantly for us, they're working as a team already, and they're encouraging and cajoling each other, dragging each other across the line, which is what we're going to need come the start of the season.
It's a lot of stuff obviously fitness orientated, but it's all about feeding into what the gaffer wants to do out on the pitch and what he wants from them. Yeah,
the gaffer, we saw the way we played last season. He wants to play a high intensity pressing game. And we were really quick on the transitions, and we saw that, and for us it's a squad-based mentality, so all of the players really came to the fore at the back end of last season. So when we were unfortunate enough to pick up a couple of little niggles at the back end, the lads who hadn't had a lot of game time came in and were ready to go straight away, and that's what we're expecting from this group as well. We know that the division status has changed from League 2 up to League 1, and with that comes an increase in those physical characteristics of players and top end speed, so we need to be on the money really from day one. And I think where the lads have come back and how they're helping each other as a team, that's going to stand us in really good stead really moving forwards.
If you take the start of a week like this and the end, what sort of progress are you looking between sort of Monday to Friday?
Yeah, last week really was about volume and introduction to high speed running, and this week's really been about transition on the physical side from high speed running through into sprint based activities. But we try and do as much of it as we can with the ball, and we try and build it into the training sessions so that there's a real rationale behind the running. So the days for us of, you know, the meaningless sand dune runs and running around with compost bags on your back and things like that the old school used to do, we try not to do that anymore. It's more educated, so we have to try and explain to the players to really get their compliance and their buy-in to the sessions. But it has to be game related. So it's all driven off their match numbers so that we know exactly every day and every session what we should be making, and the players understand what the expectations are moving forwards.
It's just over 18 months since you joined the club. You enjoyed it so far?
Oh, it's been fantastic, yeah. It was a little bit tricky for the first month or so, until the January a year or so ago. But since then really we've gained some real traction, real momentum with the players in terms of education, in terms of their physical characteristics and their buy-in from that and their understanding of the game, and we're just rolling from there. So we're coming into the season now looking really confident and looking really sharp, and you know, we're coming in with 18 months of momentum into this season, so we're not expecting this to be a transitional season for us within League 1. And we've said that to the players already here, and they're the expectations for me in terms of their fitness and their availability from medical and sports science side, but also from the coaching side. The standards have gone up again. It's not just about the change in the league position, but it's our expectations of our group. And that's what the supporters want. It's what we want as a group of staff as well.
What did that title win mean to you? You've picked up a few in your time as a member of the medical staff, but to complete the set as well with a League Two title.
Yeah, I've nearly completed the set, so I've done League Two, One and Championship and Premier League, which is lovely to be associated with teams that have done that, and a League Cup, if you really wanted to hang that on. I've not got an FA Cup, so maybe this year the FA Cup would be really nice, but I'll take another Championship medal from League One would be really fancy this season, which would be really nice, and that's what we're aiming to try and do. But it's not about me or any of the other members of staff or any of the individual players, really. We've got a really good team ethic here now and a really nice culture, and I'm sure everybody will be driving us forward to try and achieve what they can for the city of Doncaster and also for the club.
A lot of progress on the pitch, but off it as well, and your department in terms of staffing and the facilities as well that are well underway down at Cantley Park.
Yeah, the transition at Cantley Park for us is really, really important to the future planning of the club. When we talk about legacy projects for chairman and things like that, it's for Terry, it's a fantastic thing that he's helped us support. He can understand what our vision is for the football team and for the club, and to do that we need some infrastructure side of things to change, and he's really invested heavily in what we're trying to do with a new gym and treatment facility at Cantley. But then equally, coming away for these sort of sessions, having a better surface to train and play on during the week than we had last year, having better gym facilities again, it just lifts that expectation and the demands that we're putting onto the players. So they understand things are changing as well, and that environment change, along with a few little cultural tweaks here and there, they'll do well for us.
Demands on the players set to continue to be high for the last couple of days here?
They're going to be really high, yeah. So this afternoon will be another tough session. This morning was very, very tough for them off the back of a tough double session yesterday. But we'll build again through to another 11v11 on Friday in-house game. And once again, that will be a really, really tough day for them.